Hi coders, my name is Bhupinder and I welcome you to my channel Adaptive Learning. So in the last video we have seen how we can use JSON Web Token in Facify to protect our route and in the last video we were protecting our route. The only problem was there that like when we logging when any user was logged in the system at that time user was not checking whether that user purchased in database or not. So we will see today how we can check whether the user present in database or not, and then if the user is present in the database then only we are going to generate the token. Otherwise, if user does not exist in the system, then we are not going to generate the token. So let me just quick remind you what we have done in the last video. Like if I take you to the road, we have this road. If I try to send the hit the send button, it will say user is forbidden because the token that I'm using, this is the, I think this is the old token and it's been more than 2 days since the token was generated. So we have to change the token because token is not valid, token is expired. Okay, so we have to change the token. So what we can do now, we can simply generate a token. It will give us a token. uh, could not okay, our application is now running on port 3000. So now it should work. Okay, now we are getting token and we just copy this token from here and then we just paste this token here, and after pasting token it will start working. Okay, you can see. Okay, it is giving data to us. Okay, so it is perfectly working fine. Okay, but what is it is lacking right now, it is one thing which is lacking here. The thing it is, if I take you to the route where we try to log in the user here, we are simply taking the username from the postman and the password, but after taking we are not checking whether this user present in our database or not. We are just simply we are just sending this username and the password to the as a payload in the sign function to generate the token. But but today's video, what we're gonna do, we're gonna check this user, and for that first we will create a table which will hold the user and the password, and then after creating the table then we will look into that table to check whether the uh, user is in table or not. Okay, so for that, what I'll do, I'll simply open my screen, and here I'll first create the table. So I'll use data, and here I'll create table user credential. I'll name it user credential. You can name it anything whatever you want. I'll keep the user ID and int, and I'll make it auto generated and also primary key. And the next thing I will do, I will need email, and I will take it as a varchar, and the length will be 100. And the third thing, I will need password, and this will also a varchar, and length will be 200. Okay, I'm gonna make email unique because we don't want any duplicate email in our database. So I will make it unique. Mhm. Unique. Why I'm giving password length 200, because we will be using we will be saving the password in encryption. So at the moment we save the password in encryption, password length gets longer, so we have to provide some more bit to it. Okay, and now we will create it. Okay, now table has created successfully. Now what we have to do, now we have to go inside the code, and simply here we have to first import the db function const, and then here I'll oh not this, I'll go inside the config and then db.js, and from here I can get the function, and the function was execute query. Yes. And now what I can do, I'm going to use async and await, so I'll make this function async first, and then what I'll do, I'll simply here type let user equal to await, and then going to use execute query, and then I'm going to select, and then we are going to get user email email and password password from let me just copy the table name, and from this table from this table where email equal to this, and where email equal to this, and password equal to this. If if we get email and the password both, if both are there, and if whatever the email we are getting from the input and the password, those those must be true. That is why we are using AND operator here. Okay. And then we simply here pass those values, username and the password. All right. And then we simply this is the user we are getting, and we can, and now just let me console the user first. Okay. User, and then user. So for demo purpose right now, we did not make any route which can create a user for us right now, but we will do that in the next video, because at that time we're gonna be using decrypt.js for encryption, for encryption, the password encryption. But in this video I'm just going to connect this login route to the database. So for that, what I can do right now, I can insert a data a row inside my user. So let me just select star user credential. Okay, select star form. Okay, and then simply what I'll do here, I'll just put row here, user ID is, and the email finger @s.com, and the password I am 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 to 6 my password. Okay. And apply. So now we know that we have one user in our DB, and to verify that, what we will do, we will again this time we are this time we are try to console the user. So let me just pass the user from here. We want um, yes, this is the, so the username is @test.com, and the password is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. And if I hit the send button, still we are getting the token, but we just want to check whether we are getting the user. Yes, we are getting the user. Okay. So like, and if I just misspell anything in the username, and or maybe in the password, let's see what happens. Let's suppose the password is incorrect. Okay, let's see what happens. So it gives empty error. Okay. So okay, so what we can do here right now, we can check here. uh, Let me user dot length, length. Okay. Now when we misspell, when we when we don't put password correct, or maybe email, in that case what happens, we get the value uh, 0. Okay. But what if we send everything correct? So in that case, like if right now I'm sending password and the username correct, so in that case we are getting 1. Okay. So on the basis of this analysis, we can type here the condition. So what we are going to do, we are going to type a condition if user dot length is greater than 0, that means the user exists in the database. In that case, what we are gonna do, we are going to uh, we are going to copy this whole thing from here and just paste inside of this. Okay, like this. And then we also want to send this thing. Let me just we can okay. Okay, this is when the user present in the DB. Okay, and if user is not, like, so in that case we are sending status 500, and then send, and we'll say user doesn't exist in DB. Okay, in this case we are going to sign. Okay, so let me just check it now. Right now I'm sending password and the username, both are correct. So in this case we should be able to get the token. Yes, we are getting the token. Okay, if you can see, like we are getting the token. Okay, but what if we just misspell something in here, like password is incorrect? So in that case what happens? In that case it says user doesn't exist in the DB. That is what we want. Okay, so now, like, if I if I make the finger to Gopi, it is still gonna give us the error because the username is incorrect. Okay, right. So this is what we wanted to do. Okay, so what we can do here right now, we can we can organize this JSON. We can also send the username and the password. Let me just username, or I can say email equal to username. Oh, username, and the password is password. All right. So we will be able to get these three things in the response, and that would be great to see. Right now the user is incorrect. We have to pass the correct user. Okay, in the, and then now if you see, we are getting the token. Okay, and the email, the user email, and the user password. Right now you are able to see the password directly, but this is not going to happen in the upcoming videos. We're going to be encrypting this password as well. Okay, for that we will be using bcrypt.js. So this is what, guys, I really wanted to show you. This is how you can check whether the this basically you have to check the user, like if the user, whatever the user you are trying to log in, if that user length is equal to 0, that means that user does not exist in the DB. But if the user length is greater than 1, greater than 0, sorry, greater than 0, that means user exists in the DB. Okay, and in the next video what I'll do, guys, I will create one more route here to sign up. Like if I'm a new user, and like we have only got one user in the DB, but if we want to add more users in the DB, so for that we will be making another route to add users, and that will going to happen in the next video. In the next video what I'll do, I'll make a route, and the other one thing is that I will also use bcrypt.js to store the user password in encryption form. So guys, if you like the videos and if you think this videos was useful to you, so please subscribe to my channel and please share this content to everyone. And thank you so much for watching this video till then. Bye bye. Take care.